Yeah, you can go first. I'll stand right here because this is about the best middle ground for me to you, where we can cover up there and down there. Feel like the weight's about right. Feel like my sinking good, and I think I'm in the right spot. It's just either a waiting game or it's not much is happening up here. Yeah, so then you probably want a newer one, but honestly, the 7s are nice. Oh, that's a fish. Did you see that?
Damn!
It broke me off, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? That was like my 2nd or 3rd cast. I knew, dude.
It's good.
Right out there, dude. I hooked it and I knew it was a fish. No. I didn't even get to fight it for more than 2 seconds. But dude, we just changed spots and I was like, I better flip the camera on because I'm kind of feeling this.
Just got a crazy bobber down. Yep.
Fish.
Let's go, baby!
Dude, and
I can't get it on video.
Dude, it's like 5 seconds. Dude, little guy, but you're caught on that damn line, dude. That sucks. Hopefully that line doesn't screw you over. Damn, that's a little guy. I can't, yeah, dude. You're gonna have to get him this way because I can't go down any further.
On the line.
What is that dinner?
Yeah, I'll take that.
Dude. Dude, we're getting some content. Yeah, unfortunately.
You got it on the thing?
I might have to slide Jake the footage. Dude, yeah, I got the whole thing on camera. I was turned around. That's crazy. That's 5 seconds after I lost one. That's the smallest one I've ever seen caught in this river, but that's a beautiful fish.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, yeah, if you want some pictures after you beat him, that one will eat fucking good. Hopefully you don't get your line stuck on that though, because dude, the day if we would have stayed up there, we wouldn't have caught.
I know.
That's 2 fish in 10 seconds, dude.
Let's fucking go, man.
I'll take a few.
You're beautiful, my friend.
I'll take it on camera, not Snapchat, actually. Dude, I thought it was a little bigger, but that was one feisty guy. We fished this spot for like 2 minutes. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to retie. That's like what, 16 incher, 17 incher?
18 and 19. That was my first jumper ever, dude.
We got a scale, we could weigh him. He's maybe a 3-pounder, 2-pounder. Dude, hell yeah, we got first blood. I was worried we were gonna get skunked based on the last spot. That thing is fresh as can be. It's gonna cut beautifully. Dude, I'm mad that that fish I lost was significantly bigger.
Look at my bead.
Good luck getting that back, dude. That's awesome.
Damn, we're about to give up today, bro.
Literally. So you can just change just like that.
It's a 18 3/4.
Dude, that was 2 fish in literally 5 seconds, dude. That's insane.
You got that on contact too. Yeah.
Yeah. I had the camera rolling the whole time.
You got that stringer? Go ahead.
Yeah, it's right there. That's the smallest fish I've seen caught on this river, but I wouldn't be mad. Yeah, if we can get that line out of there, it'll make this spot 10 times more fishable. It's gonna be hard though. And if your line gets caught on it, we're gonna have to cast way differently. It's always those little guys that fly out of the water. That's probably a year 1, because it's not like a 1/2 pounder or a pounder, but it's, let's put some more fish on that stringer. I just had a bobber down. I don't know, that was a rock or what. That fish broke me off, and as soon as I switched to this other setup, dude, I don't think this bead's as good as pink. I switched up my rigs, took 2 casts, hooked that fish, fought it for like a 1.5 seconds, it broke me off.
It was about the shot.
I had 2 like quick little bobber downs, but my shit's all tangled now. So I figured it would be like, a clinic after we hooked 2 fish just like that. Oh shit. I lost my split shot, that's why.
Oh.
I might just be bopping off the rocks because, I mean, I don't know. I think I'll lower my bobber stop a little. It's all about just adjusting your bobber stop. I can't angle it much up that way though because of the line, unless I do a short cast that's kind of under it. But it's just funny because the part we're fishing right now, it sucks when it's low. I mean, there's a deep spot just like above on the far side, and there's a deep spot right in front of where that guy's standing. But then most of the rest of the shallow, and then there's a rock up there, and it's kind of nice.
Oh, I got a hit. Oh my god.
Oh really?
Yep.
Damn. See, I'm throwing it right by that tree, so I think I might try fishing in a little closer too, just to cover all bases. I think I threw it about a little further than this.
Am I?
Dude, I think that was a fish. I think I need to lower my bobber stop again. I don't know though, because I hooked that fish with, this is more like how it was yesterday, where it's just all action. And even if you're not hooking fish, you're feeling that they're actually there. Wasn't the case up further. I think my beads are still a good distance away from each other. That's right where I want to be, because that rock's up there a little ways. All right, he just got that fish. I just broke off again, and now I'm tying up with a single bead, and I just put a split shot about 3/4 down. So I'm kind of throwing it out in the same lane that we both hooked that fish. I want to say he hooked his probably in the same spot as mine. Tells me there's a deep spot or a channel out there, which I should know because I've seen the river low so many times now. I know that backwater right there by that bush, that's good. So they must come up past there. It tells me that no one really fished this spot this morning because we pulled up and took back-to-back casts. Fish were hooked. There's a fish.
Yep.
Dude, it's a dark one again.
Hold up.
Is that a native? It's a native, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. If it's not, it's a dark hatchery. No, it's a hatch.
Zane's clipping.
Wait, no, it is a native.
Nice.
Well, we don't have to decide if we're gonna let that one go or not. Dude, this is just the native hole for me. This is the second native I've ever caught. The first one was way bigger.
Bring him over, baby.
I'll just slide him right into the net.
Yup.
Woo!
With doinkers.
I'm on the board, sorta.
This is a brood stock, right?
See, that's, yeah, we can get a quick picture releasing this one. It's just, we gotta find somewhere we can release him.
You barely hooked him too, look at this.
Dude, I thought I barely had him hooked, but as soon as I saw the bobber go down, dude, I was just saying I wanted to fish that lane. I mean, he's not like super picture worthy, but might as well. He's a pretty one. I figured it was a native as soon as I saw how red it was and I saw the head. That was what gave it away to me. But dude, I literally just switched to a singular model pink. We've hooked 3 fish in about 10 minutes.
When you're ready, pass him. Get it for the camera, for the thumbnail.
Sweet, we're gonna, little guy, but he put up a good fight. Good little fight. Sure. We'll snap a picture with him, and then I kind of want to get a cool point of view of releasing one. I was hoping I'd release one so I could have this opportunity, but I bet he's probably a pretty stinky looking guy. He's got a pretty head on him though. The other one was ugly that I caught, big and ugly.
You ready?
Yeah.
His tail's kind of chewed up. Hey boy, relax little boy. There you go. Now raise him up on the camera for the thumbnail shot. Get him nice and wide. And then give him a big one.
Right. We're gonna, there he goes. Look how gracefully he swam off. I'd have to get down there to wash my hands off, but that's sick. He slowly swam off, but we gave him a good healthy release, so that was cool. I was just throwing it right in here, and it did not take super long to hook him. But yeah, dude, that's like 10 minutes. And I was tying up half that time too. I hooked a fish. I think the sequence of that basically went, I took like 2 casts, hooked a nice chromer, or it was a hatchery, I'm pretty sure, nice chrome hatchery. Lost it, and then I think Jake caught his on the next cast, and then I broke off again, and then I think probably first or second, third cast with the probably second cast again, the mottled pink, singular mottled pink, I hooked up on that guy. So mottled pink is absolutely dynamite the last couple trips we've been out here. That's just crazy. What are the odds? The only 2 natives I've ever landed. I hooked a native at that spot the day I hooked a nice chrome hatchery, lost it, and then hooked that native, and then saw a fish flashing in front of me for like an hour and a half. I don't have that footage anymore, unfortunately, because it's gone. But that was a good but sad day of fishing because I lost a bunch of tackle and lost 2 fish and saw another one teasing me for an hour and a half. But yesterday was a great day of fishing, but also heartbreaking. But that's how it goes sometimes. Usually the biggest ones get away. Kind of glad that fish didn't get away after breaking off on that one. And I barely had him hooked. Jake was right. We're gonna keep working this because clearly if something's working though, you don't move on from it. I just got done too saying to the camera that I feel like my split shot's right in the perfect spot. Some of these fish might just be passing by here real quickly, which is why we haven't hooked some of them again, but as far as that fish doesn't stink more.
I think this is gonna be an all-day thing, dude. I gotta be honest.
Well, if we're hooking fish that fast though, we could be done.
I know.
I still haven't technically got one because I was glad that
you got a fish though. You're on the
No,
board.
no, I'm happy. But I was just saying, I was actually glad that was a native because I didn't want to have to deliberate if it was a dark hatchery, whether I should keep another dark hatchery or not. So I'm kind of glad we could just let that guy go. Dude, it was like in the same spot as the one I hooked pretty much. It was right out in here. Dude, so that first fish I hooked on that other rod, I still haven't caught a fish on that rod yet. I came so close. What do? I switch to this rod and I land a fish. This is the only bobber rod I've caught fish on. I only had that other one for like a couple months, but dude, it was insane how we went from, it felt like we could have fished that first spot up there all day and not got a bite to we make the move, and in span of like, maybe it was 10 minutes, we had 3 fish hooked. Maybe it was a little longer. And we almost didn't even fish the spot too. But I figured, hey, it's one of the only spots open. I've caught fish here before. It's definitely worth stopping by for, even if it only ends up giving us those 2 fish. Happy to get a decent, like, I don't know, it might have been a rock. It's pulled all the way down to my hook, whatever that means.
I'm gonna shoot.
Why did it sound like a gunshot? Did you hear? Who the f is shooting down here? All right, I just started fishing again. Got it right by this wall and then hooked a fish and lost it after a couple seconds. I didn't have a very good hook set, but I think it was a dark hatchery. Could have been a native, but we're gonna see if we can hook him again or hook a different fish. That was just a short cast too. I didn't realize that guy's bobber was right there, so I pulled back and had it right about there. So I only drifted it for about 5 seconds. I had just switched over to a new battery and I didn't even turn it on. It was kind of dumb, but I've hooked 3 fish today. Lost the first one, caught the second one that was a small native, and then missed that one that was either a dark hatchery or a native. Not sure which. Probably a hatchery, but I'm not 100% sure. All right, the fishing spot we wanted to fish is way too impossible to get, so we're gonna return to the spot where we hooked 3 fish earlier in 30 minutes, and unfortunately that's rock. Fortunately though, seems like I got my stuff back. I'm gonna take that as a sign to lower my bobber stop though. Dude, I don't know what that was. It might have been a rock. That was a fish. Are you f***ing kidding me, dude? That had to be a fish. I had too much slack in my line and I wasn't paying attention. I was like, oh, if I just drift it right by it, because I'm pretty sure I felt it pull a little bit. Damn it. I figured that edge was gonna be good too. That's a fish.
Yep. Yep, I knew it. I knew it.
That is for sure a fish.
Baby.
Yeah! Dude, the camera was on too. This guy's fighting hard, bro.
Yep, good stuff, good stuff.
He's dark, but
Dude, you caught me at the wrong time. But good stuff. Let's get it.
where is he? Is he under that bush? Ah,
Let him push out a little more.
Oh, we got him. Let's go.
Yep. Oh, yeah, baby.
Do you think he's on the dark side?
He's in spawning colors.
Do you think I should keep him? That's a pretty one.
Yeah. Well, that's a beautiful little 22, 23. Let's go.
Dude, that was a crazy fight. Let's go, dude.
Another fish for the stringer.
We should have stayed here all day, dude.
I know. Let's continue.
Dude, as soon as I got back here, bro, I'm pretty sure that was a fish down there. So yeah, I need to bunk this fish so I can get a limit. That was kind of funny. That was like some amateur hour but it wasn't really your fault because it was under this fucking bush.
No, I know.
You couldn't see it, and that was kind of dumbass handling by me. But I knew I had him hooked good enough
No, dude, they're gonna lead a little bit how they're gonna want to lead.
Dude, I had him hooked good enough to where I knew he wasn't gonna come off, but I think the hook came off when I got him in the net. Dude, mottled pink is absolutely, the bite's getting hot again down here. Yeah, I can't imagine how many more fish we caught, dude, if we would have stayed. That's the biggest one we've landed of the day. It's not saying a whole lot, but that's a pretty fish. Should eat well.
Oh man, it's going ham.
Jeez, look at that. We're gonna get some pictures of him, but that's first fish of the day that I can keep. I would be limited out if I hadn't lost that first fish up here. Hell yeah, brother. Dude, we could both still limit out after it's been kind of an up and down day. Dude, I could not believe every fucking fish I caught, dude, they're almost directly out in front of me and the bobber goes down so fast. And I pretty much knew that was a fish.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I pulled, I felt resistance and it started going crazy. But I'm gonna measure it with my phone. It's not gonna be perfect, but we're gonna get a measure. I'd say that's 25 based on the steelhead I've caught before. We'll call that a 23. That was a little off. I'm usually not very off on fish measurements, but dude, I just realized that this is my first ever fish on this rod. That was the rod I was telling you about earlier that I needed to get the skunk off of. That thing fought that fish beautifully. This rod is almost better than the other one, and it's the same rod and same reel, but this one's a newer generation. It's a Fluger President, I think. We dealt with that fish, and now we're finally gonna be taking another cast. That far side is working beautifully. I've never had anywhere near this good of luck in this spot. I haven't fished this spot more than maybe a few times though. So, but this whole week's just insane. I've never seen steelhead fishing like this in my life.
Oh, that was so a fish!
Was it?
Dude, did you see how like the fucking bobber went the most unnatural direction?
Could have been. I didn't see. I mean, I was kind of watching like your line.
Nah, man, that was so a fish.